everybody, thank you for joining me. My name is Jenna. Welcome to Queen of Diamonds. I hope you'll consider sticking around for those of you who are new, and for those of you returning, welcome back and thank you for continuing to tune in and support my channel. Today I'm here with my weekly WIP and Chat. For those of you who are new, WIP stands for Work in Progress and Chat means we're just going to chat and catch up. I have quite a bit to share with you tonight for this WIP and Chat. All right, let me show you what project I'll be working on for tonight. You can do a diamond painting, or you don't have to do a diamond painting. You can do any craft of your choice. You can also listen to this as a podcast if you'd like to listen to it while you're cleaning your house, running errands, whatever you'd like. I will be working on a diamond painting, and it is from Shimmering Canvases. Let me get the original artwork out here because I have it right here. Let me get around my glasses. Part of the thing I'm going to talk to you about are my glasses. I lost my glasses. We'll get into it because it's just been that kind of week. Let me find this diamond painting. I started this one in July. Yeah, July 7th. And it's titled Celine by Numeria Art. This is the original artwork. Isn't she pretty? So you've got a mermaid here with a little seal in her hair. It's so cute. And her crown is going to be so pretty. This came with a lot of specialty drills. So it's a 60 by 60 centimeter diamond painting, square drill kit, and it has 23 colors total. So it's a really small amount of colors, but this is really cool because some of the canvases with Shimmering Canvases you can order. I'm not sure if it's with every canvas from their shop, but with a select number of them, you can order an enhancement pack from Shimmering Canvases. And I'm pretty sure that's what I did with this one because I got additional enhancements that came in the diamond painting, but they were in a separate pouch. I got 6 ABs, 4 crystals, 2 crystal pearls, and 2 crystal ABs. It's chock full of specialty drills. It's so pretty. We are going to be in this area. I'm not very far on this canvas. For those of you who have not seen my mid-month WIP parades or my month-end reviews. Like I said, I started it in July, and we're going to be right here, right in this area. So it's part of her tail. She's so pretty. All right. I'm going to put this off to the side. Let me show you all of the cute accessories that I'm using for this WIP and Chat. My drills are being stored in these little Tic Tac containers, which is not my favorite storage method, but it's working okay for this one. I have all of my regular standard drills in here with their symbols on them. And then I have my specialty drills stored separately. Now, next time I order a Shimmering Canvases, which I will be ordering another one because I really have loved working on this, next time I will kit it up a little bit differently. But the reason I kitted it up this way is because I didn't really know what I was doing. And so there's got to be a better way. I'll figure it out next time. But for now, that's how I have it kitted up. It came with this little separate label with the ABs and the crystals over here. And then we also have this here that shows all of the different specialty drills. And this is a little drawing with the highlighted areas are all of the special drills. Isn't that cool? So all the pink that's highlighted are all going to be special drills. It's really special. It's fun. I've really enjoyed working on this. Okay, so we are, now that you can see this a little bit better, right in this area, right here. That's the section we're going to be working on. I've been doing my fall kits and I needed a little bit of a breather from the fall, so I pulled out this one. I think this section we're going to be in is going to have a lot of confetti. I just want to lift this up to see. It's confetti and color blocking. It's actually a section with a lot of good combinations of both. let me show you all of the accessories I'm using for this kit, and then we'll move into the WIP and Chat portion, and I'll change your angle so that you're looking down. This is my WIP kit from Black Dahlia Diamond Art, and these are available on Black Dahlia's Etsy shop. You can get them customized. That's how I have this one. It's a fairy, and it has my name there. You don't have to get it customized, but you can. I like these because there's a little place here for the washi tape, a little lip here where you can store your wax. There's putty, the release papers, and then this is for your tray back here. And then I've got all my pens and tweezers and all that fun stuff right there. So I'm gonna rearrange this a little bit because my workspace is getting kind of crowded. Okay, let me show you all of my accessories. So you saw the WIP kit. The putty I'm using for this diamond painting is Coastal Waters, which is from Black Dahlia. And it was a Putty Hubby Scent of the Month. No, this is the Putty Hubby collection. So there's the Putty Hubby Scent of the Month, and then there's the Putty Hubby collection. This is part of the collection. I really like Coastal Waters. I'm really glad it made it into the Putty Hubby collection because when it came out as a Putty Hubby Scent of the Month, I loved it. This washi tape is from a Diamond Art Club mystery pack of washi tape that I got. It's really pretty with all these really cool blue, kind of just different decorations. And then the wax I'm using in my single placer is from Patty Wax, and it is Coastal Waters. No, Pacific Coast. The putty is Coastal Waters. This is Pacific Coast. It smells so good. So yeah, that's the wax I'm using in my single placer. And it just got cold in here. My sleeves down. Oh, okay. The release paper I'm using are these waves from Bee's Crafty Corner. And let me tell you the name of that pack of release paper because I can't remember. I think they're just, these are all of my release paper. Yeah, here it is. Ocean Swirls is the name of that release paper, and I got it on Matte Thick. Okay, the tray I'm using is from Yellow Dog Designs. Sadly, just so you know, I can't link this shop in the description box because they are no longer in business. It's been a very tragic shop closure for our community. I'm really sad. So I want to give a big shout out to Carrie and Doug who owned Yellow Dog Designs and tell them thank you so much because these products were amazing. You will be greatly missed in this community. I mean, I know that you'll be part of the community still in some degree, but we are going to miss these trays. These were amazing. So the tray I'm using is from Yellow Dog Designs. And then this pen is from Pure Bliss Wax Company. Not Pure Bliss Wax Company, Bistro Exclusives. This is a really pretty hybrid pen with this octopus in the center. Very pretty. I love Bistro Exclusives pens. My multi-placer is from Diamond Art Club, and my tweezers are also from Diamond Art Club. My trinket tray that I use alongside my WIP kit is from a friend of mine, Rebecca. Now, if you'd like to purchase from Rebecca, you can visit her Facebook group, and I will link her Facebook in the description box of the video. But you just message her and let her know what kind of trinket tray you'd like. She's great to work with you on customizing your trinket tray, and they are such good quality and so beautiful. She even made me a matching coaster for this trinket tray. Isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous. I love mermaids. Okay, and my cover minder is this cute little seal from Galloways Gallery. Very cute. I think that's everything. I want to make sure. Is it? I think we've covered it all. All right, I'm going to change your angle so that you're facing down, and we'll get started on the WIP and Chat. Well, I started this section and I was talking and going along. It wasn't even recording because my phone was dead. Like, I set up the recording and everything, and I thought I had it recording, but I guess I didn't. And anyway, after I had been talking for a while, I looked and my phone was dead. So let me try to remember what I had been talking about. Anyway, this is the section that we're doing. And I'm really excited because it's a great section to do because there's a lot of specialty drills in here. So you're going to see a lot of these. These are crystals. I am loving how fun this diamond painting is coming along. It's so pretty. The only problem is I just wish I had kitted it up a little differently because I have to refer to 2 different places to see what specialty drills to use and where. So we've got this second label here, which shows down here for 3865, which is the S symbol. That's the symbol I'm on right now. Let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see better. The S's are 3865. But there's a 5200 and a pearl. So you have to refer to this sheet to see where to put these. So down here, 5200 is in the shirt. Those are the ABs because this column is for the ABs. And then this column over here is for the crystals. I'm covering up a name there because I don't want you to see that. This is the crystals, and this shows that it's in the fins. But on this, it shows a lot of specialty drills in the body part, which is the area we're on right here. So I'm using those in this area too, because we do have quite a few of them. So I don't think I'm going to run out. But I think that's where it's supposed to be too, is her tail. So it's very pretty. I'm loving this. A very beautiful kit. And even though it is kind of a pain to remember to refer to both of those places, if I work on this kit for a little while, I get in the groove and then it's fine. I would do this again. I would do another kit. I'm just going to kit it up differently next time, but it's been a very fun kit to work on. I just haven't given it a lot of time because I started this in July and then I ended up doing the Christmas in July, which took up a lot of my month of July. So I kitted up a lot of kits in July and didn't even work on hardly any of them in July because I was doing the Christmas kits. So my July kits didn't get worked on in August either because I kitted up new kits in August. And then we started fall. So anyway, long story short, that is why this kit has not had a lot of time. But I really felt like I needed a mermaid in my life. So here we are. Okay, what I had been telling you when I found out my phone was dead is I haven't really made this announcement. This is a partial announcement, but part of it is Kennedy and Joel have we are all moving back in together, which is going to be so exciting. So it was kind of Joel's idea. He knew our apartment lease was expiring, and he asked if the girls and I would want to move in with him and Kennedy. Well, of course we do. So we have been looking for a house for all of us to move into together. We are looking for a 5-bedroom house with, we've got, the reason we want to do 5 bedrooms is we're going to have, even though we only need 4, we're going to have a lot going on with the animals. So we were thinking a 5-bedroom would be a little bit more convenient for all of us. So we're looking at some houses just to rent for now, and we'll see how it goes. But I went and looked at a house with Joel yesterday, and I said, well, we're just going to be doing this for like a year, right? And he said, why would you only want to do it for a year? And I'm like, well, I don't know how long you guys are going to want to live with me and the girls. And he said, we'll live with you guys as long as you want us to. I'm like, okay. I'm so excited. So we've been looking, and looking for houses is not an easy thing to do. This week has just been crazy because I've been very preoccupied with a lot of different things going on. So my mind is all over the place. I'm changing your angle just a little bit. My mind has really been all over, and I've been totally distracted, but you know, that's just how life is. It's just, my mind can only handle so much, and I've been pretty maxed out as is. So anything that comes up is a little bit challenging for my brain to accept. But I'm trying to get my brain to accept. We gotta adapt, right? You gotta be able to adapt in this life. But all the homes that we've been looking at, we've well, we've been through 2, and we have an appointment to see a third on the 25th of this month. That one is the most promising lead we've had so far. I mean, of course, things could change if we see it and we don't love it. But the reason I say it's the most promising lead is it's right very close to my mom and dad's house. One of the things that Kennedy is a little bit concerned about is leaving my mom and dad by themselves without any help. Like during the night, Kennedy is very comforted in knowing that my mom and dad have her there if something happens. So she expressed concern from the very beginning that she would like to stay close to them so that we would be there if need be. And I can appreciate that a lot. So we are looking for a home that is in close proximity to my mom and dad's. The other reason that it would be nice to find something close to them is I don't have a car currently. So my mom is my form of transportation when my daughter Allie, who lives with me, is not available. Then I need my mom's car. Okay, so the next symbol I'm going to be on is E, which is 319. However, when I look at this thing, E has a specialty drill. It is an AB. But now I need to see where I use that because I might not be using that for the entire canvas. So then I pull out this sheet and look for E, which is right there. And E is going to be in the hair. So I don't need to worry about that AB because that's only going to be in her hair. So I'm going to bring this back out, and this is the drill I'm going to be using for the tail. Anyway, so we're looking for a home close to my mom and dad for a number of reasons. Biggest one being to help them if they need it, but also the car. So transportation is an issue. And because that's where I work, we want to get something that is close to them because of the transportation. Hopefully I won't be too long without a car, but I don't know at this rate. At the rate we're going, I might be without a car for a little while. I just need to start saving my money. I'm really not good at saving money. So I've got to be better. But yeah, I'm excited. So for example, yesterday was inspection day here at the apartments. I don't need to be here for that. They actually do not require me to be here, but they do require that all of your animals are kenneled. Well, we don't have a kennel for our cats. So Cats are pretty easy because, especially our cats, they run and hide when a stranger is in the house. They do not like, well, my female cat won't run and hide, but the males will run and hide. Isn't that funny that the males are the chickens, but my female's the brave one? She doesn't shy away from strangers. So if somebody comes into the apartment that she doesn't know, she's going to be out and about. No questions asked. One time when they were here, they left the front door open and she got out. We didn't lose her, thankfully. She turned around and came right back in. But my youngest was here and told me that she was able to get out of the door. So we stay here now, or at least I do, when it's inspection day because I want to just make sure that the cats are secure. So that's no big deal. My work is very flexible, thanks to my mom. So I was able to stay here for the inspections yesterday, but I spent the entire day as I was waiting for inspections to happen, looking for places to live. And it's not easy. Okay, so 6 is the next symbol I'm going to be on, and we've got a specialty drill here. It's a crystal, and it is 762, but let me see before I pull it out where that is going to be on this paper. So 6 is in the crown, so we don't need to worry about that for right now. So I'm going to bring 6 out and put it in the tray. Anyway, so I spent the entire day yesterday as I was waiting for the inspection, looking for places to live, calling places. Now the thing, I don't know if this is how it is everywhere, but the thing that's tricky about the situation we're in where we're wanting to rent a house is there are several different apps and several different property managements that all handle different rentals. So you have to not only go to one site, like one website or one app, you have to go to about 4 or 5 different ones. And you've got multiple property management. So it's not like you can apply to one place and have them use your application universally. You have to apply to several different places. And some of the places make you apply before they'll even show a property to you. And the application costs money. So we're looking at spending $50 to $60 per applicant, and they want every adult on the application. So potentially, with that in mind, we've got 4 adults that will be on the contract. So we have to pay for, we have to pay like $200 in some cases to fill out these applications just to see a property. That's expensive. That gets outrageously expensive. If I only had to do that with one place, fine. I mean, that's still expensive, but I can do that. No, when you've got several places telling you, well, we won't show it to you unless you pay the deposit and fill out or pay the application fee. Holy cow, I don't have that kind of money. None of us do. So we can't do that way. So what we're doing is finding the properties that they can show to us without the application process being completed first. And that's not all of them are like that. So it gets really tricky. So I've been looking for places, but keeping that in mind, it does get time consuming because you have to really research and call, and it's disappointing when you find a property that you can see the pictures, you're going to love it, and you call and they say, I'm sorry, we can't show that to you without the application process first. Well, okay, I'm not going to do that. So we're trying to find places that will show us the property without having the application process completed. And we've gone and looked at 2 different properties, and both were good. One of them is acceptable. It's not convenient. It's acceptable though. If we needed to go that route, we could. The bedrooms were really small. I mean, tiny small. Even the master bedroom, super small. Bathrooms had limited cabinet space, which is one of the problems we have here at this apartment. I don't want to be in a situation where we move in and we're all on top of each other. Keep in mind also that we have Joel's dog, which is a German Shepherd. We've got Fallon, and we've got the 3 cats, and we've got a house full of guinea pigs now because I've got 4 and Kennedy has 6. So that is a total of 10 guinea pigs. And it's going to be crowded. A house may look like it's big until you start thinking about all the stuff you have. Where are you going to put it? Is there enough storage? All of that. Plus, keep in mind, we've got to find, as we're looking for properties, we have to find something that's pet friendly. For example, Joel and my mom and I went and looked at a house yesterday that was a 6-bedroom home. Plenty of space. The bedrooms were big. And it was very open and airy. It had a fenced-in yard. It had a 2-car garage. I mean, there were so many things about this house that were perfect for our situation. They won't allow cats. It says pet friendly, but when we were talking to the property management place, they're dog friendly, not cats. So that kind of blew that out of the water. And the location wasn't ideal because it is it's a good 15 to 20 minute drive from my mom and dad's house. So we are hoping to find something a little closer. We've got an appointment to go look at a house on the 25th. The reason it's not available sooner than that to see is because there are tenants in it right now. So we have to wait for them to move out, and their lease will be up on the 21st. Then they need a few days to get it cleaned up and ready to show. So we have an appointment to see that one on the 25th. And that's a very nice one. I am really extremely eager to see this property. But like I said, it won't be till the 25th. So that one is probably the most promising lead we have right now. And of course, I asked them if they are cat and dog friendly, which they are. So that's good. It's just time consuming. It's a process, and it's a process that takes a lot of time. Bless Allie's heart. Allie has been the go-to person for looking at properties. Allie's really good at that. She found this apartment when we were moving last year. She's just really good at finding good leads and everything. And we have a big group chat with all of us in it, and she keeps sending links, which are amazing. You know, it's great that she's doing that. So she was telling me the other day that it gets frustrating because she works and goes to school. And she said, I'm sending you guys links to houses and I feel like you're not even following up on them or anything. And I said, well, I thought you were calling. And she said, I don't have the time to call. So I'm going to be the one kind of taking the lead on that. So that's fine. It's just a lot for my little brain to comprehend, but we'll get there. So it's a process. It's a frustrating thing, but it's also a very good thing. And I'm super excited because I'm going to finally have all my kids back. I can't tell you how excited I am to be living with all of my kids again. That's fun. So that's what I've been up to as far as why my mind is just all over the place. It's a lot to comprehend and a lot to take in, not to mention the fact that everyday life has me perplexed too. I just have a lot on my mind a lot of the time. But anyway, the main thing is the move. It's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, that's the exciting news of the week. Oh my gosh, I just can't believe it. All right, so O is the next symbol we're on. And O has both ABs and crystals. So we're going to look at this one to see where we're putting O. So the ABs are going to go in the shirt, which we're not working on right now. But over here, we've got the fins and the crown. So we need the replacement for O. O's DMC number is 3753. We are going to be using 955. So I need to find 955 in my specialty drill pile here, and I'm not finding it. 955. I know it's here somewhere. 955. Where is it? Okay, here we go. This is 955. It's really pretty. It's like a really light mint green. I like that one a lot. So that is going to be O. Is that what I said? Yeah, O. Okay. Anyway, other than that, let's see. Fallon is doing pretty good. He has his ups and downs. This morning was a down. I don't know what was going on with him this morning, but he didn't want to go outside first thing in the morning like he normally does. And I went and took Sydney to school. He wouldn't come with me then, which is normally when he goes outside, and he didn't want to go. So I left him here because running Sydney to school takes less than 5 minutes. So I went and took her to school, came back, finished getting ready, and about 20 minutes later, I was ready for work. So again, I went and put his collar on him with his leash, and he was on the couch all bundled up, would not come with me. Had no interest in getting off that couch. Even as I'm pulling him, he was like, yeah, I'm not moving. I'm like, come on. Nope, he wasn't going to do it. So I left him here with Allison and I went to work. Allie drives right by my mom and dad's house to get to work at 12 o'clock. So she brought him on her way to work and he was so happy. So I guess after I left, Allie said that he went and scratched at her door and she let him in and he got right in bed with her and cuddled until she took him out at, I think she said 9 o'clock. So, I was worried that he had peed in the house or something, but she said, I don't think he even needed to go because he didn't want to get out of my bed. So anyway, this morning was weird. He does that every once in a while. I mean, that's kind of normal Fallon behavior, but it doesn't happen all too often. Usually he's very eager to get outside in the mornings, but this morning, for some reason, nope, he didn't want to do it. But the rest of the day, he acted fine. At my mom and dad's house, he played and ran around like normal, so that's good. He's eating fine. I think I mentioned in my last WIP and Chat that he had gone a couple days without eating. He's back to eating now. That was just a couple of days. He's been doing great, so that's good. Mom and dad are doing really good. Sid is doing good. We are having a real struggle with the shower situation. It's weird because you would think that it would get easier every day, but it doesn't. It gets like harder every day getting her in and out of that shower. Okay, so we need for N3752 is going to be mint ice now in the fins. And I believe that covers this area too. So let me find, what did I say? Mint ice. Oh, that one's so pretty too. I love all these drills. This is the mint ice. It's a really pretty, I just pulled that off. It's a really pretty AB crystal, actually. Look at that. Isn't that a fun color? Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. All right, I'm going to try to get these lined up a little better so I can get rid of any trash drills. I'm not seeing any. Okay, so I'm going to use my Tracy's DP World lily pad, which needs to be dampened a little bit. I'm going to use my straw from my water bottle to dampen it because, oh, I just spilled water all over. I was going to say usually this is the easiest way, but not so easy right now. I thought I had some paper towels here. Okay, I do. I'm just going to get this a little, oh my gosh, I'm just clumsy tonight. Okay, I've got my sponge all dampened and I'm gonna put this back in here now. Love these lily pads. So I'm just gonna get that a little damp and we're ready to go. This was N, right? Yes. N mint ice, okay. Anyway, so the shower situation is just tricky because my dad's shower is just really not ideal for showering Sid, not ideal at all. In fact, it's very complex and it requires a bit of thinking through how to get her in and out of the shower. Now, my aunt can walk a little bit, but she falls easily and she's very stiff. And it's hard for her to figure out how to lift her legs and put them where she needs to put them. So you kind of have to talk her through it. For example, when I'm getting her in the shower, I will say, okay, now you have to lift your leg to get it into the shower, and I tap on the leg that she needs to lift. Well, my aunt's mind just can't comprehend what she's trying to do and how to do it. So you have to actually like lift your leg and put it into the shower. You know, it's difficult and it's hard for her. And then if you get frustrated with her, that just makes her more frustrated because she's trying, you know. So you have to be really patient. And it's a challenging thing because she doesn't have a lot of places to hold on securely. My dad does have a bar inside the shower that he holds on to, but you have to get her in the shower to be able to hold on to the bar. It's tricky. So it's getting more and more complicated, and you would think that it would get easier from day to day. And I was kind of perplexed today because I'm getting her in and out of the shower, and I'm like, why is this becoming so hard every day? It should be getting easier for me to tell her how to do it. But it's becoming more and more complicated, and she's getting more and more nervous every day. So when she gets nervous, that doesn't help things at all because then she doesn't want to move. So we're trying to figure out what to do for her for the showers in the morning because the bathroom is not even close to being finished. It's just not even close. There is still so much work. They haven't really even done anything more. This past week, they did come and move some water lines because of the way that my mom wants the bathroom designed. They had to move things around. Well, now that the water lines are moved, we're waiting for the plumbing, and we haven't heard anything about when that will be. And it's a little frustrating for my mom. My mom has a really hard time because in the evenings she has to get Sid ready for bed, and we do that in the bathroom because that's where Sid goes to the bathroom at night before she goes to bed. So the easiest thing to do is to just get her ready while she's there. And it's hard on my mom's back because Sid is in a wheelchair. And that bathroom is just very small and scrunched, and it's hard to maneuver around the bathroom with the wheelchair in there. So, it's a tricky thing. Because I took yesterday off, I'm working tomorrow, and my mom is so happy that I'm going to be there to shower Sid. Now, I went into work yesterday and showered her, and then my mom let me come home after that because the inspections didn't start until 10 o'clock. So I went over to my mom's in the morning and gave my aunt her shower, got her out for breakfast in the kitchen, and then my mom took over, made her breakfast and everything. So right after the shower, I just left. But anyway, so my mom usually has the weekends on her own to shower Sid. And I think my mom is so happy that I'm going to be there tomorrow because it's really hard on my mom's back. So it's hard on Sid too. But the way we have to get her dressed and maneuver ourselves to get her pajamas on and her clothes on in the mornings, it's hard on your back. Using this bathroom to get her showered and get her ready uses the opposite muscles in my back than her bathroom used because the angle is the opposite. So I've noticed that my back muscles are getting very sore because those are muscles that I haven't been using. Isn't that crazy? So weird. Anyway, so that is our big challenge right now at work, is just trying to figure out the best way to get Sid showered in the mornings and ready for bed in the evenings. Getting her on the toilet to use the bathroom isn't that big of a deal. That's been working out okay, but it's the changing part that's hard. So anyway, we'll get it figured out, but hopefully this bathroom remodel will start moving along a little faster. I'm hoping. I mean, these are our cousins, my mom and dad's nephews that are doing this, and they're doing a huge favor for my parents by doing it because they're getting a really good discount on the supplies, and they're not charging for the labor costs. So, we can't complain too much because it is it's a very gracious thing that they're doing for us. So we don't want to come across as whining and complaining, but it is a little challenging to work with what we've got. But anyway, that's what that is. And hopefully we'll see some progress in that area. I've missed some H's, so I'm just going back looking for the replacement for H, which is 964, and I'm not seeing it. I know it's here. It's hard for me sometimes to locate these numbers. I don't know why. 964. No, that's not it. 96. Okay, here it is. Anyway, so work's been a bit of a challenge in that regard, but the rest of it's been fine. The girls are doing really good. Kennedy actually got laid off. So it's a relief to her, though, because that job was very stressful and they've been just very slow. And we kind of saw this coming. So not too surprised about that, but at the same time, that's a little bit added stress. Joel's been handling that really well because with the move, I thought that was going to be a big problem. And Joel was like, oh, it's fine. I'll just have to pay Kennedy's portion until she can find another job. So Ken has been looking for a job, but she's super tired, and I'm sure it's the thyroid issue. She's on some medication for it, so hopefully she'll start to feel a difference with that. They wanted to check her again in, was it 6 or 8 weeks? I can't remember now. It might have been 8 weeks. So it's only been a few. Anyway, she's still challenged with that. I think that's what's causing her energy to just be very drained. But I don't think I was worried she might be getting depressed with not having a job. I don't think that's what it is. The job was depressing her. I think she's relieved, but now it's just a matter of trying to get the energy to look for a job, because looking for a job is kind of similar to looking for a house, right? You've got to search for it. You got to call, you got to make appointments for interviews, all of that. So that is stressful, but I think things will happen for her with that when it's meant to, you know. I think that right now it's probably a blessing in disguise that she's in the situation she's in because of her thyroid issues. So we're hoping that improves for her so that she has the energy she needs to carry on. But other than that, the girls are doing really well. All the other animals are doing good. Everybody's been good. I've just been, you know, it's a challenge. Everything's just challenging for me right now. This week has been really hard. I had a few hard knocks this week. You know, not having a car is really taking a toll on me emotionally, because I feel like such a pain in the butt. I feel like I'm so inconvenient relying on my mom and my daughter. I hate that. I absolutely hate it. I don't want it to be this way for very long, but I don't see light at the end of the tunnel right now. And that's that's a personal problem. That's a problem with me because I'm not saving up money for a car. So I have nobody else to blame but myself. I've got to put money aside every paycheck to get a car. And it's just discouraging that I don't have one. Here I am, you know, 51 years old. I had to think about that for a second. I'm really losing my memory. I'm 51 years old and I don't have a car, and I feel like such a pathetic person. But I'm not going to focus on that because there are extenuating circumstances that people don't understand about what happened to my car. You know, my siblings are like, how did she lose her car? I didn't lose my car. My car died. My car died. I could not fix it without paying more than the car was worth. More than I owed on the car is how much the repairs would have cost. So that Mini Cooper was not fixable. I would have loved to have fixed the Mini Cooper and had a car, but that's the dilemma I'm in. So I have to remember that there is a reason I don't have a car, and it's a very rare reason, and why it happened to me, I just don't know. But we're past that now. It happened. It is what it is. And I got to move forward. I got to start saving for a car. So that's on my mind a lot. Saving for the move is on my mind a lot because you have to come up with a down payment, and some places require, or not a down payment, a deposit. Some places even require first and last month's rent. And that's a big chunk of change to come up with. I am a single income house. You know, I had somebody recently say, well, why don't you get that echocardiogram done on your dog? Well, the starting rate for an echocardiogram is $450. I just can't pull that out of thin air. I'm a single income family and I don't make that much money. So I can't do it. You know, I mean, I could putting money aside, but I can't spur the moment do it. I just can't. So that is another thing that's weighing on my mind is I would like to have that done. Gosh, I would really like to have that done because it would tell me a little more of it would give me a better, understanding of what's going on with Fallon. But it's not a cure for Fallon. You know, it's not treatment. It is we're going to see what the echocardiogram tells us about what he has. And while that is important, it is not a life-saving investment. It's not something that is going to save his life. It's just going to tell me how long he has. And I can't decide right now if that is something I must pay for. If it were a treatment that were going to help him, that would be different. But it's not something that's actually going to help him live longer. It's just going to tell me how long he has. I would like to have that done at some point, but it's like the vet said, it's not something that is necessary to do. It's an optional thing that would just give me more information about what he has. So again, I would like to do it. I just can't. I simply can't take that on at the spur of the moment. I wish I could. Okay, so 7 is the next symbol we're going to be doing, and there's a lot of 7 in there. And that is sea foam. So let me find the sea foam drill, which is really pretty. Another very pretty drill. Oh, this is kind of a opal color. That's what it reminds me of. Kind of that opal matte color. Look at that. Isn't that sea foam pretty? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It reminds me of opals. So yeah, for those of you who might be offended by the fact that I simply can't run out and get the echocardiogram, to you, I say, I'm doing the best I can. And I really wish I could. I really wish I had that kind of money, but I don't. I just don't. Simply put, it's something that I wish I could do, but I just can't right now. So the better investment for me is to invest in his medication and pray for the best, There's nothing that echocardiogram is going to do that will change the situation. So anyway, eventually, hopefully I can have that done. But for now, we're just going to keep going with the treatment the way we are. He seems to be doing pretty good, actually. I don't give him the water pill every day like I should be because he won't take it. He's being a little pill about that. I did find a method to give it to him in one of his soft treats, but they're all gone. So I've got to go to the store tomorrow, since tomorrow I will have some time off, and I've got to get those soft treats again so that I can start giving him that. No, I did give it. Okay, I did give it to him today. I gave it to him this morning, but I haven't given him his night dose. I did give him his night heart medication already, but I didn't give him the water pill yet. But he's been coughing less, which is good. And he's been eating, and he never did stop drinking. He just quit eating for those 2 days. But his appetite is definitely back, and he's doing well. So cute little guy. Let's see what else is going on. I feel like I had something else to tell you guys. As far as what I've been working on. So I've been working on A Savior is Born at work. Oh, it's coming along so beautifully. I actually did the baby Jesus today. It's so pretty. So I've been enjoying that canvas, and I did some more of Sunflower Rebellion. So you'll see that in my mid-month WIP parade. It's coming along very beautifully too. I love that one. And I also did, I'm thinking, I've been all over the place with my WIPs this month. At home, I have been working on In Everything Give Thanks by Donna Gelsinger from Diamond Art Club. That is beautiful. It's funny because I'm actually working on 2 Donna Gelsingers right now. I'm working on A Savior is Born and In Everything Give Thanks. Both of those are Donna Gelsingers. But that's okay, because I'm working on 2 Brian Rollisons also. Anyway, let's see. What did I bring out? Oh, I've been working on Floresta from Jada Gem Shop. That is beautiful. Lots of confetti. You will probably see that in one of my WIP and Chats this month because I had it on my table yesterday, but I needed a break. It's so confetti heavy. So I brought out Celine and started working on this one to give myself a little bit of a breather from all the confetti in Floresta. But oh my gosh, she is going to be beautiful. I'm really loving that kit. And I've got to all the drills for pet games from Munimade. All those drills are at work because they are on the same flat that a Savior is Born's drills are on. So I've got that at work. I need to take that canvas to work with me because that is so close to being done. I just can't bring myself to break away from a Savior is Born. It's so hard. I did not have any sections of my mystery kit this week. So there's that. I was not able to do any sections on that. But that's okay because it gave me a chance to really focus on A Savior is Born. So I'm good with that. Then hopefully I'll be able to do at least one section next month. It just depends on what numbers are drawn for Mystery Mania. Next week, what I'm planning is to work on, I'm going to continue working on A Savior is Born at work and see how much I can get done. I'm really trying to get as much done of that canvas as I can. Now, if I need a break from the confetti and the color palette in A Savior is Born, then I have my Hannah Lynn over at work with all of its accessories, Cozy Morning Coffee. So I can work on that if I need to, and that has some color blocking. So if I need a break from the confetti, there's that one. And here at home, I will probably work on In Everything Give Thanks and Floresta. I'm just going to alternate between the two of those. So that is my plan for the upcoming week. Let's see. I don't think I did this right. I think this section over here should have been these sea foams. All of these 7s that you're seeing over here should be these drills. I need to pull all of those up and put down these drills. Oh, what a pain. Oh no. I'm not going to do that while I'm on this WIP and Chat though. That's going to be a pain in the butt, but the payoff is it's going to look amazing. So I will definitely be doing that. Shoot, I've pulled off more than that before when I've made a mistake, so that's not too terribly bad. Oh well, what do? You gotta have it look right. That's the main thing. It does not look right if I have all those 7s there with these. That just doesn't look how pretty these are. That's going to be beautiful. So I got to pull all those up. Anyway, that's what I've got coming up as far as what WIPs I'm working on next week. For content in the upcoming, okay, I have some really cool content coming up. On Sunday, I'm going to do an amazing unboxing. It is a sneak peek from Mirthful Diamond Paintings. I am so excited to share that with you. So watch for that. I also have an unboxing from a new to me shop that will be, I've already got it. Like I unboxed it, filmed that, and then I did a little corner of it. That will be early next week, probably on Tuesday. So that'll be fun. Anyway, watch for that unboxing. I'm excited to share that with you. It's a little bit different for me, and I'll explain that in the video. And then I'm looking at the calendar because we've got Veterans Day. So I will be working on Liberty Celebration next week for Veterans Day. I've got to bring that canvas out. So I'll probably work on that all day Tuesday. and I will take that to work and bring it home. So that will be my canvas on Tuesday, is Liberty Celebration. I might even work on it on Wednesday. We'll see. We'll just see what I'm in the mood to do. I forgot about Veterans Day. So Liberty Celebration is a must on Veterans Day. And then I have my mid-month WIP parade on Saturday. Can you believe it? What is happening in this world? I just don't know. I did something kind of fun. So I'm a big lover of Wicked, which I've talked about a lot. And we saw Wicked in the theater last year with my mom and Sid. Me and all the girls went to see that. So this year is part 2. And we are so excited. So Kennedy already bought our tickets. We're going opening day to, I think, a matinee. Oh my gosh, I just asked her today what time, and now I can't remember. Anyway, we're going on the first day that it's out, and we're going with my mom and Sid and all three of my girls. I don't think Joel is coming with us. Joel likes Wicked, but it's not something he's like counting the days for. But I decided I needed to see Wicked again, mostly so I could drool over Fiyero. But, you know, I love Ariana Grande also. Love her. She is just such a good Glinda. I love that show. So I decided to watch it again, and I watched it last night. So that was my big watch. I did not do any diamond painting yesterday because between calling on houses and setting up appointments and all of that, and I was just wiped out. Like, I think I laid down a few drills on Floresta. I finished a section. Actually, that's what it was. I finished a section of Floresta, and I put it away and brought this diamond painting out thinking that I would do a little bit of that last night. But I didn't end up doing it. I just set it all up, and then I was exhausted. So I just got in bed and cuddled with Fallon and watched Wicked. And it was really funny because I got about halfway through, and it was going on 10:30. And I'm just laying in bed watching Wicked. Well, Allie came in, and she said, "Mom, are you still awake?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm watching Wicked." And she goes, "Oh, I know. I could hear it all the way in my room." And I said, "Is it that loud?" And she said, "Yeah, it's really loud." So I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll turn it down." So I turned it down, but I didn't last much longer after that. So I think I was only, I only watched it for maybe, 10 minutes after she came in and said that. So I listened to the song Popular, and then I turned it off. Love that. It's such a great show. I just love it. I love Wicked. So I'm very excited to see part 2. It's going to be fun. Got that big piece of something in my tray. So that's something we're looking forward to this month. I think for Thanksgiving, we are going to spend it like we did the last few years and either I think my mom told me that I could use her kitchen. So we're going to actually go to her house for Thanksgiving and cook all of our stuff over there. But that's what we usually do. Last year we used our apartment, but it was really scrunched. And we have additional people this year because Joel will be with us for Thanksgiving, and Edwin, my 19-year-old daughter's boyfriend, will probably be with us for at least part of the day. So we got to have a little more space. It gets really scrunched in here. Let's see. I don't know how the weather is where you guys are, but the weather has been rather lovely here. I've really been enjoying the weather that we've been having. I mean, it's been in the high 50s, 60s. We had a few days that were really sunny this week, and then it cooled down and the clouds came, but it didn't get super cold. I mean, it was warm enough that I could go outside with just a sweater on and I was okay. But, oh, wow. I did not do a good job placing those drills at all. I'm not really sure what happened. Let me fix that. That doesn't look right. Okay, there we go. So the weather's been really nice. Let's see. I have been doing audiobooks, and I have one Jonathan Stride book left in the Brian Freeman series, but I've taken a break from that. Before I finish the final book, I wanted to have a little breather. So I started a new series, and I apologize that I don't know the author yet, and I don't know the title. I can't think of it right off the top of my head, but I just started it today, so I don't even know if I want to recommend it yet. But it is a free thriller on Audible. I just looked up thrillers and came across a new series. So I'm looking forward to finding out if this is going to be something worth recommending or not. I just don't know yet. Like I said, I just started it today and I haven't really, I'm about an hour into it. The thing that is a little nicer about these books, I like the long books myself, but these books are not as long. They're about 5 to 7 hours per book, and there's 11 books in this particular series. So as soon as I know if it's a series I want to continue with or recommend, I'll let you know. But like I said, I just started it, so we'll see. But let's see what else is going on. I watched the documentary on Netflix about Aileen Warman? Oh my gosh, I can't remember her last name. But she was the serial killer back in, I want to say she was in Florida, but it was in the late 60s, early 70s, I think. Anyway, I've seen a little bit about her life before, and I was just really curious to learn a little more about that situation. So I watched that. That was good. It was a pretty good documentary. And then what else have I watched lately? I feel like I've watched something else. Wicked and that. I guess that's it. I've just been doing the audiobooks mostly. Let's see. F doesn't have a specialty drill, so we're just going to go with the standard drill that's right here. And then I can't think of anything else to update you on. I feel like I've updated you on everything. It's just it's been kind of a weird, a weird week this week between trying to get Sid in the shower and normal stuff. I just have been kind of feeling out of it. It's just been weird, but it is what it is. I'm gonna double check this because I thought F doesn't have a specialty drill. Okay, I just wanted to double check for my own peace of mind. Isn't this fun though? It's a challenge because I have to look back and make sure that I'm, remembering things the way that they're supposed to be. Working on so many WIPs, it's really hard for me to retain the information when I'm flipping through so many of them. If I were to work on this consistently without flipping to a different canvas, I would probably get in a groove where I would remember what symbols had specialty drills and where they go. But when I'm flipping through so many different WIPs, it's hard to keep track of what I'm doing. But that's what happens when you have so many works in progress. I mean, I have 22 right now. That's crazy. And it's a little deceiving sometimes because I'll think, well, I just got down to 20, but I kitted up 2 more, and I have another one that I should have kitted up, but I've got to finish one first. So anyway, it is what it is. Okay, one thing I like to do is rub my fingers over them to see if there are any drills that are not down completely, because when you softly rub your hands over, you can feel if the drills are not all the way down. That's one thing I like to do after. I usually wait until I'm completely done with this section, but it looked to me like some of the drills were popping up, but I don't feel anything, so I think they're fine. This is just going to be so pretty. I'm trying to envision how this is going to look
because it's kind of got some splotches here where there are normal drills, and I don't know if that's going to flow well. But I'm going to trust the process and keep going. If worse comes to worse, I can pull those drills up and figure out what I'm supposed to do. But I'm pretty sure it will all come together if I just stick with it. We'll see. The rest of the canvas has just been really pretty. I think this is a very beautiful diamond painting. I have another one at Shimmering Canvases that I want that is by Numeria Art, and it has a enhancement pack that you can add on to it, and I'm really so tempted to do it because I'd like to do another Shimmering Canvases in 2026. It's been a really fun one to work on. Okay, well, I don't know what else to update you on. It's just been kind of a boring life lately. I just haven't really had a lot going on other than everything on my mind that is just like a lot for my little brain to accept. Silly, I know, but it's going to be so worth it when we're all living together again. I'm so excited that Kennedy and Joel are wanting to take this on. It's funny because I was telling my girls a few days ago, the girls that I'm living with, Sydney and Allie. I say my girls and I automatically think of all of my kids. I was telling Sydney and Allie that we have to be really good roommates so that they'll want to live with us for a while. I'm like, be on your best behavior so they won't want to, you know, decide after a year that this is not going to work. But the girls were like, what about us causes you to think it's going to be so bad? And I'm like, well, the reason Kennedy moved out was because you guys kept getting into her stuff. So let's just not do that. Now, I think the girls will stay out of her room if she's sharing a room with Joel, because they're certainly not going to be going into Joel's space to borrow things without permission. I definitely think that they will have a new boundary when it comes to that. So hopefully they will enjoy living with us so that they'll want to continue living with us for a little while. But it sounds like Joel's on board for that. We'll see how it goes once we're all living together. I mean, family's family, right? You're going to have days where you drive each other crazy no matter how hard you try to not bug each other. But the thing that you have to remember is that a family sticks together through thick and thin. So even through the rough times, we have to make it work. But, you know, I think he acknowledges that the girls are good kids. They just need to kind of learn some boundaries. But Joel's really, he's like, it's going to be great, you know. Even Kennedy is like, I'm so excited about this. So I am too. It's just now trying to locate a place. Anyway, well, I finished that section. Now I'm going to go back and pull up all these drills, which is going to be a fun adventure. I'm just going to turn on my audiobook and pull all these 7s up and replace them with those opal colored ones. That'll look really good, actually. I can't wait to see that. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Thank you so much for joining me for this WIP and Chat. I hope you were all doing really well. Please let me know in the comments what you're working on. I would love to hear from you. I have some little clips of my week. Not very many, but I do have a few things that I will add on to the end of this. So thank you again for tuning in. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Every day after I shower Sid, Fallon wants to play. And this is our routine. Well, he's not going to let me do it right now. It's like he knows I'm filming him. Okay, so this is one of his favorite toys that we keep here at my mom and dad's. Let me have it. Tickle. I'm going to tickle you. Okay. And then I throw it. And here he comes. And he does this 5 or 6 times every morning after I shower Sid. I know it's dark and you can't see me. It's pretty late at night and I'm laying in bed. Listen to those guinea pigs.
You poisoned Mia? No, I corrected, as the confusion of that day swirled in my head. What she's saying, I think, is that Mia grabbed the cup of coffee out of her hand.
They're back. They're doing the plumbing, so it's one step closer. I don't think they'll finish the plumbing today, but they are moving water lines today. He's thinking about it already. Just relax. Hey. Go. I'm gonna break it. What? Play it again. It's like making my stomach vibrate. I just got home from work and I wanted to show you what Sydney picked up. Dill pickle smushy. You know how those smushy things are really popular? Well, this is a giant pickle. Hey, Toby, what you doing there, buddy? You like that sack? It's just an empty grocery sack, right? There's nothing in it?
Yeah. It's just a completely empty. Aphasia is so bad.
What is aphasia?
What you get when you have a stroke. Bro, stop with these weird facts.
She's like the random fact girl.
Yeah. It's actually really sad. I hope that never happens.